I will retract a little bit. We've been watching this with our own eyes on the internet, on YouTube. We've been watching this prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes. This we did not have back in '72. The satellites were just getting going back then. We had no idea. And he had power to give life, breath, to the image of the beast. You know, that's that false image. That's that worshiping the creature more than the creator, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast instead of the creator. It's that old false religion. Should be killed. It's going to be coercion. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And when I talk about that, there's going to be everyone's personal identification number is going to be the Social Security number. And people argue. I'm an old man. Argues, no, it can't be. The rapture hasn't happened. These are such blind, deceived people. It's happening right in front of our eyes, and they're so turned in their hearts, so alienated. They can't see what they could have seen 44 years ago. What a fool can see. What a wayfaring fool, though a blind person, though a simpleton can see. And I don't boast to have that great a discernment. But, you know, first I'm going to take them and break this down. First, to receive. The very first thing is that people will be made to be receptive of having a mark in their right hand. Did you see the man open the door with his right hand? Or in their foreheads, did you see the scanner, the retina scanner? Do you realize that's right in the middle of the forehead? Are you blind? That no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Did you see the mark in their flesh? Some people wear that on their on the outside. It's a chip. It's on the outside. It's a transmitter, and some people have it injected into the body. This has been into their arms, into their hands, and it's been going on for quite some time. I think only the prayers of the elect has slowed it down this much. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And I encourage you to get out your Social Security card and see that we're marked just by having this in our possession. It's a mark. It's a mark of identification. The name of the beast is on there, the straw man, the all caps person, the fictitious, the legally fictitious person. While you and I are flesh and blood, there's that legal fictitious person. So the name of the beast, each individual beast, by evolution, we're no longer human beings, we're just beasts, is on that Social Security card. And the number of his name, the number that correlates to his name. This was written so many years before 1938 in the actually, I think it was 1935 in the introduction of this. And at the time when this was introduced, there was such an uproar from the fundamentalist, evangelical section of the church. They said, well, that's the mark of the beast, that they had to put a disclaimer on the card. It was a great big huge metal gold card. I can show it to you. I can't right now, but I have it in my possession, one of those cards, and it says right on there, not for identification purposes, to pave the way so that this could be received. So here is wisdom or insight. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. See, the beast is numbered a man. That's what makes him not a man. You number cattle. You don't number men. You name men. But the number of the beast is reducing man to a beast. And his number is 603 score and 666. And I've often said that if you go that 666, you can't see what I'm doing. John or Yohanan didn't have a computer. He couldn't take the number 6 and put a bold to it. But you have to understand when the scripture repeats itself twice, it's important. When it repeats itself 3 times about this 6, it means it's urgently important that the beast is the system that we're all in. We're being numbered and marked and prepared to mark, that we can't even buy or sell unless we have this identification number. And all you have to do is think back to Nazi Germany. Again, many of the preachers back then said that Hitler was the Antichrist. They're looking for a cartoon character, a kind of a super anti-hero, a caricature, a Superman to arrive on the scene. This is what Hitler was trying to prepare, a Superman race of Aryans, a pure race, a perfect man, the product of evolution. This is such diabolical, anti-scriptural doctrine that people have swallowed. And now through their television sets and so forth, they have been prepared for the beast. But here in chapter 14 it says, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the mount to Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. This is why some of these select preachers talk about Yahweh. It is the name of the Father. That can only be written in their foreheads. Again, I talk about Yahweh, and it goes right over their heads. They have no idea they could care less. They're happy with the packaged religion. They're happy with the God corruption crap. They're happy with the empty title and the vain traditions and Christmas and Easter and all this. They're happy with a counterfeit, false, antichrist religion, because Christ has become then the Antichrist. Their Christ is certainly the devil, is not at all what Yeshua HaMashiach was. They have made him into a devil, into a demon substitute. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, the voice of great thunder. I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne. This is getting very serious now. I'm talking about not only in the manuscript here, but in the current hour. We're very, very late in the hour. And the elders and no man could learn that song. Why? Because the 144,000 were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. There's virtue about them. They're not contaminated and corrupted by man. They're not messed over by the wickedness of departing from the commandments. They have been cleansed by the blood. These are they that follow the Lamb, not their denomination, not their movement, not their two-head movement or their two-house movement or whatever it is, but they follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth, being redeemed from among men. See, why are we doing this late at night? It's a very late hour. Well, why not do it at night and show how darkness has crept in among us and how we need, like the book of Matthew talks about in the 25th chapter, we need to go and get some more oil while we still can, because these are the first fruits unto Yahweh. This is the so-called God of the Scripture, not the empty titled God that Christians and Jews have passed on to us, this nameless deity, but unto Yahweh, unto the Lamb. You have to be able to figure out a puzzle. You have to follow John. He said, you've got to solve the mystery. You've got to solve the puzzle. You can't be an empty head. You can't just follow your preacher. Didn't he say that? Let him that hath wisdom figure this out. You can't just read it and it will be obvious. You've got to put the puzzle together. For in their mouth is found no guile deceit. For they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh. And I heard another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting evangel to preach unto those that dwell on the earth, to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahweh, and give hakavad esteem to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. See, this isn't going to come to our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. This is here on the horizon now. And worship him who made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters, instead of this false deity that rises on the side of the north and is going to take over that which he did not create. He's a created being, but he's going to induce men to worship Satan, a created being, not, in other words, a creature instead of the creator. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. A false religion is fallen. It's apostate. It's fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third messenger followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship